Yo, what is up, guys? So, right here, I originally had a voice in the video, but due to winds and me being sick, I decided to do a voiceover. But I'm doing a replacement on a house vent right here at my home that has been torn up and just looks bad. I did this just because I'm doing home improvements to my own home here. And I just wanted to record everything I do just to have cool videos to look back on. Right here, it's just a house vent, something simple, something I'm learning. I did get a handsaw, so stay tuned for that on how I cut all this wood. It's so funny how I cut it. Even now, though, that I'm doing this voiceover, you can still hear my voice a little scratchy from me being sick. I got the bird flu, but it ain't stopping me from doing all this work. Now here, I do the same thing, just show my measurements that I got, and then just start marking up where the cut's gonna go for the first one, the top bar. And this right here, I call it a squadra. I don't know how you call it in English. That's all my dad taught me, to be honest. But make my line, it makes it super easy because it's just straight on. And this is the special tool. This is a handsaw. And honestly, let me tell you guys right now, it took me forever to cut all these pieces of wood with just this little handsaw. I'm never doing this again, for sure. Investing into a skill saw. But here you can see I measured it 14 minus. And when I say minus, I mean just there's a bunch of little dashes on a ruler. And if you look at it closely, there's just take one off, then that's how you measure 14 minus. And right here I had made a mistake where I measured from top to bottom, forgetting that I'm gonna add that 14-inch piece already on the top, so I have to take away 1.25 inches from it. So I just did a quick math and it was just 3 inches plus. And then as right here I can show you that it's gonna sit on the bottom of it. So I started cutting up that piece. And I had to cut up two because one goes on each side, obviously. And I decided to start going. Each cut took me like at least 3 minutes to get through with these. But yeah, enjoy this cool little sound while I cut up all this wood. So now that I had these two pieces ready, it was time to, align them up and measure the inside to add the bottom piece. Now originally I wasn't gonna add it, but then I thought about it and I said, you know what, I should add it. And I measured it, it came out to like 10.75 inches. And I decided to do my pre-holes. I added one screw to one of the pieces. Was pretty excited because I got it good, but I had to put them in through the side because my wood screws weren't long enough. So I made side holes and I put them in through the side. And I did the same on both sides. After I cut up that last piece that goes in the bottom, my final cut with these skill saw that I'm never gonna use ever again, for sure, for this. Probably to cut some drywalls, all they're good for now. But got to that last piece, a little victory. And as you can see, the square's coming out nice. I had to get my last bolts in, so I did my pre-holes and then I added my wood screws into it. It was pretty simple process from here. Changing the drill bit to the one that goes on and then adding the screw in. Held it in smoothly. And you can see it's pretty smooth. Oh, and my roommate in the back, Nachi, just getting some Sunny D, But bam, there was my piece. So now it was time to do the chicken wire. This, I actually got it from Home Depot for like $5, and it was 5 feet of it. And it's pretty simple, I had to get a marker out for this to be able to get the line on the metal. And what I didn't notice is I was marking onto my table. So it's all good. Good thing it's a work table. And I started cutting it up with these garden scissors since I don't have actual ones. And right here, I started struggling. I was cutting one by one. I don't know why. When I noticed that I can just, pull up the chicken wire right here, like how I just did, and boom, it got through quicker. Yeah, this is something new I'm learning, so be patient with it. And I got the exact measurement. It was pretty simple. After that, just bolt in, and I had to get a special one because I started to use different type of wood screws, those little ones you can see on the table, and I just started bolting them in. But one thing I do want to say is I put a bunch, probably too many of these little screws, just because I wanted it to be securely on and I didn't want nothing going through it. So it might be too many bolts I put in. Probably just needed at most like 6. I put in like, I say 12. Here you can see my roommate leaving because he's had enough of me been there for almost an hour. But this was a simple process. It was just my first time doing it and first time recording as well, so it took me a while to get things grooving. But after that, it was just simple, just putting this on. I put them at an angle so that it could grab the chicken wire and it won't go through. And yeah, this is the final product. It looks super clean. I don't know, it looks like a professional if you tell me. Here, I started measuring to put it in. I was confident with my measurements. Just need a little bit of hammering. Here's Duke trying to come out in my video. My little friendly husky, beautiful dog. I love him with all I got. And here I am just hammering it in, and pretty simple if you tell me, and boom.